we could have saw Doctor Strange again. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. But what the hell? Oh, well, my name is Fox. Your 979 Fox. I'm here with Cerberus. 13? I don't know. What is this called? What Jack Garland's?
This movie's called Men.
Well, I know that.
By Alex Garland.
Alex Garland.
He
Jack
did
Garland's
movies like Ex Machina and the movie that you haven't seen yet that I just recently saw, Annihilation.
Which I want to see that. Even have you ever seen The Babadook?
No, actually no.
No?
Mm-mm.
This movie is very much... Take your shoes off. This movie is very much... very similar in a sense to The Babadook. And by that, I mean, it's about a woman living through trauma for certain things. And I think it's both about husbands, too. That's where the similarities kind of... And well, no, because then that grief is personified as a monster, in a sense. That's where the similarities stop.
I don't even know if that's what it was.
Here's the fun bit, because he went in watching a trailer for this movie.
Well, actually, I knew it was coming out because I saw trailers beforehand, even before today, and I was already interested in it because the way the trailers make it seem is, like you said, this woman suffers a trauma, and then she kind of goes away to, like, forget the trauma or maybe even rebuild herself to get better. But the way the trailer made it seem is like it had to do with men. And I almost felt, watching the trailer, that I was going to hate myself for being a man.
Okay, two things. One, when you told me the title of the movie was Men, because he just told me we're going to go see a movie. I'm like, what's it called? Men. I'm like, okay. Because I'm just thinking in the sense of, like knowing you it was going to be a horror film. But because I was like, it's a horror film or a gay film. It was one of the two. That's for you, horror film. So I'm like, okay, good. All right. And then, nothing against, that. But, okay, but you said Men, and I'm like, all right, it's probably going to be something, like you said, I expected it to be like
a hate movie.
Kind of, something like that. But then, you also said, at one point, I think, talking to Grandma, you said, this guy plays all the people in the town, which I'm thinking,
Austin Powers.
Well, no, I was thinking,
Murphy?
No, well, I know what you mean. I was thinking more Norbit.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I was thinking kind of like I was thinking kind of like that. No, I know what I was thinking was, okay, it's a horror film. Lady's gonna come to a town, and everybody in the town is this guy. And like I was thinking, well, like I was first thinking, especially after she went through the walk and then she came to that one place where it was sealed off, I was thinking, and then also meeting the bald-headed version, because there's a guy, Jeffrey, that's in this.
I wish we knew the actor's name. I mean, he did a pretty good job.
He did a really good job.
Playing all these characters.
Google it. Like, but yeah, like the guy who plays Jeffrey, like when you see like the bald-headed one, like, because there's a point where the lady's in a tunnel. She's still ever walking the thing. She's in a tunnel. She starts making a noise. If there was ever a cue, that would have been it right there.
Rory Kinnear? I can't read.
Rory Kinnear?
Rory Kinnear! He did a good job. I mean, he played all these characters.
There you go. She's doing that through like in this long ass tunnel, and she sees something in the distance. Because here's the thing. This movie is shot extremely beautifully. It is. And then also extremely creepy. Because there's bits where I'm just like, oh shit, what's gonna come out? Because I'm going in blind. I don't know anything that's happening.
I've never even heard of this movie.
No. So, she does, I'm like, all right, what's gonna happen? You're gonna see something back there. As soon as you saw someone get up in the shadows at the very end, and you hear, like, going down, I'm just like, well, I'm done. I'm like, no.
I think he even jumped at that part.
No, yeah,
because he started, like, charging.
Wait, yeah, because I'm thinking of myself in that scenario. I'm just like, no, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. And as soon as I see someone stand up on the opposite side, I'm like, yeah, you're screwed, lady, run. Get out now. Hurry. So, and yeah, but I was thinking, okay, maybe this is just some kind of, like, genetic experiment going on where, like, there's clones of people.
Serial killer.
No, I never thought serial killer.
I really thought it was going to be like a cult or you said what did you say? Like Northwick. You said something when she goes into the church and she sees that.
Pagan.
Pagan. That's what I thought it was going to be. Pagan.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that
I don't know what it was.
All I know is that this movie, like because there are some hints, like, okay, maybe it's paganism with like that statue of like a leaf man, but on the opposite side it shows like a naked woman with giving birth.
That's what you want to call it.
That's what that one was. I don't know what the fuck the rest of this shit was, but then like also like the setup is like we see her at one point in like a flashback where has a bloody nose, and she sees someone's fall from, like, I guess the roof. Well, they say later on it's her husband. It's fine. It's her husband who falls from the roof. Go watch this movie.
The movie's not bad.
I said go watch the movie, and then I'm just like, I recommend it. Go watch this.
To get down to brass and taxes, I thought the movie was interesting. Because it was not what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting some kind of, like, demonic or, like you said, paganism or something.
I was thinking straight sci-fi.
It was definitely interesting.
I was legitimately thinking like they're gonna try to make it seem
definitely gruesome.
I thought they were gonna make it seem like, oh, it's whatever, and then it's like, oh no, it's actually sci-fi, and like, this guy is like some kind of like clones of clones and shit. But so that shit happens, like that, like, and basically the lady gets stalked, but I kind of knew it wasn't going to go the sci-fi route or something along the lines when she goes to the bar, because after this guy follows her to like her cottage that she's renting or whatever, he like the guy gets arrested. She sees the officer arresting the guy, and it looks like the guy. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, maybe she didn't get a good look at him. I also thought like maybe at one point she was just like, they were all different men, but she just kept seeing that one face. Guy. Yeah, same face. But then I kind of thought like towards the end of the movie, my mind just started going its way, and I was like, what if, that something happened to her mind, that she snapped and she just started killing these guys, and no, there was no pagan or no nothing. It was just all in her head, and she became like a serial killer. I'm trying to think. There's what was it? Yeah, but when she's in the bar and like she's talking to the cop who's like, oh, we just had to let him go. I'm just like,
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Soon as Jeffrey was on screen and started talking, I'm like, I hate this man, but also I love this man. And towards the end, I'm just like, Jeffrey, please don't be a bad guy. I was legitimately rooting for him to be the one like clone that wasn't evil or some shit.
And I guess they're all the same theme.
They are,
right?
They are. They're supposed to be. Because if we're gonna spoil this shit out of this movie, go watch it. But we find out
spoilers.
Like, because at one point, it's a really good thing where, like, you see the guy, like, gets his arm cut after, like, she stabs or whatever. And, like, every other...
slow scene, too.
Every other incarnation that appears after that, where it's be the kid who has, like, the CGI'd face of this guy, the priest, the, Jeffrey, like, everyone else, they all have...
There's, like, other towns guys. You know what I just realized too? Is that there were only maybe 3 women in the whole film. There was the police officer lady.
Yeah, I know
the lady that we follow, and then there's her friend. Which I still think the friend was the same actor too. Like,
I think I think it is
because you can't really tell because they're like on the face phone.
Yeah, because here's the thing: we know she wanted we know the girl wanted a divorce, and we also know that she didn't want her friend to come up there.
Yeah.
My thought of this is because it leaves it open ended. Like we find out later on, like we see like spoilers, and because this is like a really smart bit of the movie, like we see every incarnation after it's like coming after her. It has like a split hand, has a broken leg, and then only till the very end where they reveal who it is, because they make it like you even said like at one point like you hear like birds at night and means the devil's nearby.
Yeah, that's a saying. He didn't know that.
I didn't.
Which, like, I think back in, like, times where we've gone and done stuff at night and I've heard birds, it's kind of creepy to do that. But anyways.
But, no, yeah, like that, when it's revealed later on, which, spoilers, it's her husband, and also the reveal that it's her husband is after about 4 to 5 different births.
Yeah, let's call it that.
And I mean that in the most gruesomest, like, hey, here's a woman's private, and a man comes out of it, then that man becomes pregnant, then gives birth to another man, and gives birth to another man, all with the same face, until it turns into a black man.
and at least one of those births, that woman's private was on the back.
Yeah. And then another one came through the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's revealed like the injuries that Jeffrey has, where it's his hands get split open, and like he has a broken leg, matches the thing of the husband that killed himself, or maybe didn't kill himself. I think he acted.
Say how he died? Like,
yeah,
he falls off.
Basically, she wants a divorce. He says, why are you doing this or whatever. He punches her.
Yeah, he threatens to kill himself too.
Yeah, threatens to kill himself, punches her. He goes upstairs to the apartment above that, forces his way in. He's gonna try to climb down from that balcony to their balcony.
So we're told.
Supposedly, either he jumped or he slipped. I think he slipped.
Yeah, because if you see like...
He looks shocked. He's like, oh, shit.
What have I done?
Yeah, pretty much. Falls, a broken foot, like that hand is stabbed through here and split. And I'm like, I think that's what threw me off with the Jeffries, was the hand was split open. And so when I saw the hand was split open, like I didn't put it together. But if I would have saw it just get stuck to there, because that's how far the gate, because the hand landed on the gate splitting open, I probably would have put it together quicker. That was what it was supposed to signify. But yeah, so that happens, and then at the very end of the movie, the friend is there, and she's pregnant, and she has Jeffrey's face. So my guess of this is she knows that her husband was cheating on her. The husband got the friend pregnant, and basically that's what started the whole idea of her wanting to get the divorce with this guy. After that, I'm not sure why she's still friends with her, other than I guess that was maybe her best friend. or I don't know, or maybe the friend doesn't know that she knows that that's their, like, the husband and that the baby. I just remember seeing that and I was like, huh. Like, especially when, like, she sucked in, like, when the demon or whatever blew the dandelions and she sucked up that one seed. I'm like, oh, is she pregnant now? Like,
that's what I thought too.
Like, is she gonna give birth to a Jeffrey or something? Like, it and like at the end, I guess it's supposed to be guilt. I think this is a movie where it leaves it open ended and like because when the friend gets there, there's still blood going into the thing. Like things did happen.
Mm-hmm.
You might be right that she just killed the thing. Maybe this is supernatural. I have no idea. It's really left open to interpretation on that. All I know is, like, after the third birth, I don't know if you heard me. I was laughing.
There were several people laughing.
I was laughing.
I was actually surprised about how many people were in this theater. Like,
oh yeah,
when we went in, there was maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, by the end of it, there was like a good, like, maybe like 15, 20 people in this, like 30, some, like 40, 50 seated thing. But I was laughing around that guy because I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like, I feel like it really, like, the birthing thing after the second time, it's like, okay, this is creepy still. But after the third or fourth,
the first one was really gruesome
because we didn't expect it.
Yeah, it's like it's more of the statue face flower thing, and then it gave birth
to the kid. Yeah. Then the kid gave birth, and yeah, I just remember looking at that, and I'm just like, and I'm just, and then after the third or fourth time, I just started laughing because I'm like, it lost all the scare factor, and it just has me going, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Someone tell. I'm like, what am I watching? And I'm just like, But
definitely leaves you thinking.
Oh yeah, it leaves me thinking, but also it's just like, why? Why am I watching? I'm looking at it like, why? Mind you, this entire movie, again, had me at the edge of my seat. Because I'm just waiting for something to happen, or it's creepy, or I'm waiting for it to be like, why do you all look the same?
That never comes up at all either.
Yeah, I guess, because again, I guess it might be something like you said, like she just kind of snapped and sees all men like that, or
this movie definitely made me not feel good to be a man.
I don't know. It just made me feel like, what the hell am I watching? I'm just like, I'm a bit confused, but then also I'm very creeped out. Like when the bald one was chasing her down the thing, I'm like, okay, is this like an entire town of genetic experiments? And that was maybe a failed experiment that escaped. That was my thought. Because we never go back to that one train thing with the door. So I thought, okay, maybe that'll lead to something. And then you and I both had the same idea too. I know we did. When she runs out of the house, but then we see her come back around the thing again. We're like, oh shit, she's stuck in the house. You and I both had that exact same thought, and I know we did.
I thought maybe she got possessed by whatever it was, and then her soul was still gonna be repeating.
I kind of thought about that too, or I kind of just thought this was hell. Maybe she killed herself afterward, and she's just stuck in an infinite loop. But then there is that thing, because we brought that up, because we see her run out, get in her car and leave, but then we see her come back, run out, and she's kind of just laughing or whatever. So maybe you are right that she just killed someone or something along those lines.
She killed Jeffrey.
Maybe. I don't know.
Jeffrey.
Poor Jeffrey. Which is really funny because, again, in the new D&D that I'm doing, my ghost name is Jeffrey. Because I just said Jeffrey as a random ass name, and now I have this. I'm like, well, shit.
I told you that name was going to haunt you.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, that's going to be something I got to remember now every time I say Jeffrey. But, oh my god. I'm sure there's going to be video essays and shit on it. Here's the thing too, because I knew from the trailers we saw that this was going to be a fucked up movie. In some cases, we got a bunch of different cult or other kind of trailers where it's something's going on or some, and I'm just okay, this movie, I'm interested in this movie because I'm fucking scared because of all these trailers. This isn't mainstream trailers. These are those film festival shit kind of trailers. Yeah. So watching this, I want to see Midsummer now too, and Annihilation, but watching this, because like, I'm just like, what this, I'm like, because I saw Hereditary.
I still haven't seen that one.
Hereditary, I did not enjoy as much as I enjoyed this.
Okay.
Because Hereditary is very much a long-ass burn. Like,
you mean like a slow burn?
Yes. Not a slow burn.
Like
it is a long-ass burn. And like,
But doesn't a long burn mean like it's like...
No, it means...
Slow burn is kind of like...
It's a slow burn. It's a very slow-ass burn. It's like...
I mean, this movie has a slow burn too, but it's not like...
But here's the thing. The camera work and everything that happened around it, like the build-up, had me tense.
In this movie?
Okay. It had me tense. The other one, in Hereditary, I don't think I ever really felt tense. There were some bits where I'm like, oh shit, or like, oh, there's something there. Like in the dark. Like, it does some with good scares in that movie, Hereditary. But it's only like those few scares. Other than that, it feels kind of like a family drama thing. And then like at the end where it's kind of a twist, like, is it really? But then like, there's some bits that like, it gave me nightmares. Like, this movie won't give me nightmares. I'm gonna be fucking pissed when I dream about what happened at the end. That
Especially
I will.
The private lady part.
This, when they show woman genitalia full blast on screen, I lean over to him.
Especially on like a 50-foot.
Yeah, I lean over to him. Like, it is the most like, what is the word, like, I don't know, but like this, like, I lean over to him and go, man, this is a hard PG-13.
Imagine, no, this is a hard R.
Imagine someone thought that going in that this is PG-13 and see that shit. Like, this movie has like gruesome imagery with like blood and shit, but that hard R at the very end, I'm very surprised this isn't an X-rated. Like, there's a point where I'm looking at it, I'm like, huh.
Maybe because it was like a digital lady part.
Is it? Was it?
I've seen enough to know.
Mind you, if I say practical, I don't mean it's actual, but like, I feel
like a rubber silicone.
I feel like that's probably what they did.
No, I think it was totally digital.
Okay, well, it's still terrifying. It was still like, what the I'm like, okay. I'm just like, I was looking, I'm like, okay, like, this is as far rated R as you could possibly get. Like, this is like, even like showing
I mean, I've seen so many movies that they've never even shown something like that.
No, like, yeah, like there's a rated R, like just showing a dick alone is obviously like, okay, rated R.
Oh yeah, and you see that too.
Yeah, you see two guys. You see a dick, and it's just like, okay,
it's more than once.
Yeah, but when you see it, like, that's like, okay, rated R. But when you zoom in on female stuff, birthing a giant man multiple times in different locations on the body, you start getting to the point of, like, rated R, maybe an X, which I'm gonna guess there was probably even more gruesome shit in this. And I'm pretty sure if this movie comes out, there will be, like, deleted scenes or, like, scenes that, like, were filmed and everything, and they said, you can't put that shit in a theater, and they probably, like, cut it out, and there's gonna be, like, a director's cut in there where you have those scenes put in. I bet, like, that is like that. Like, it would not surprise me in the slightest for how messed up that editing is and the shit. I'm just like, what? The use of colors are nice. It made me feel uneasy when you're in the flashbacks with all the reds, and then like it was creepy in the present just because like the camera work and like because it's very nice landscapes and everything.
Definitely don't want to go to the countryside.
Oh no, this is a movie like Hostel where it's like I don't want to go to England. Like I don't want to go to England. It's what's with this. I'm like, nah, I'm good here in America. I might get shot, but I might not get stuck in wherever the hell that shit is.
In rituals.
Yeah. Well, we got the KKK here, but yeah.
KKK pagan?
Well, close enough. They wear hoods and set shit on fire.
It's cross.
In either case, God, this movie. Again, towards the end, I was laughing because I'm like, you've lost the scare factor. You're just going off of like, whatever the hell this is. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I still don't understand what it was. Was it a spirit or
I think
subconscious feeling guilt?
I think
like you were saying, like whatever it was, it had the wounds of her husband.
Yeah, I really like the last like 10, 20 minutes of this movie. Like when she cuts the arm, because it's cool seeing like the kid and then seeing the arm cut. And then seeing the pasture and seeing the arm cut, which
it definitely clarifies that it's all the same.
It clarifies immediately to me, like these are all the same thing, and it also clarifies to me, like it also adds questions of what is this? Like the entire time I was watching
she even asked, like, "What are you?"
Yeah, exactly. What is? And the thing is, this is a good thing about this movie too, because again, like this movie is way more entertaining than Hereditary was to me, because it uses some creepy ass imagery that you don't really think about until they did it, and you're like, oh, like when the pastor like holds her with his hand, because he's walking around with like his hands split up to here, like if you ever saw the Saw movie where they did the Saw thing all the way up to there, like Saw like that, and when he grabs her by the shoulders with one hand because it's split, so like one hand's on like each side like this. And I'm just looking at that and I'm like, I am grossed out, but also impressed by the person who made this. I'm like, you have pulled visceral fears and nasty, like, ugh, out of me. And I'm impressed by it. I'm like, because you and I have watched Saw movies. You and I have watched... I know, you and I have watched Saw movies. You and I have watched movies where people get dismembered or terrible shit happens to them.
It's called gore porn.
Pretty much. Like, this movie knew how to use that so well to the point where, like, it's like, oh, ew, someone got ripped in half, or like, bloody angel shit. Like, this was like, oh, I don't like that. Like, I was like, it's not just like, it'll hold on it, or like, it'll do like the pastor washing his hand and washing each one of the two sides of the hand. I'm just like, yeah, I don't like that. I'm like, that just...
Yeah, and then, like, you notice the tendons were still moving?
Yeah, you see the tendons inside the hand, too. I'm like, I don't like that. Oh, I wonder if that was practical. Like, practical effects?
I don't know, it looked digital.
I don't know. I couldn't really tell. I was too grossed out by the ideas of that was happening on front of me. I was like, okay. But, God, like, I was, this. If you want, like, again, like, compared to something like Hereditary, because there's some horrible shit that happened in Hereditary. It's like, yeah. Like, Hereditary is very much, especially the Hereditary is kind of like, is it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Or is it Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is kind of a slow burn, but it's kind of like interesting watching these people. That's kind of what Hereditary is for horror. Like, it's kind of watching, it's like, okay, what's kind of happening here?
Especially when you don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, but like, it kind of goes, and then at the very end is when, like, shit hits the fan and, like, it just goes buck wild crazy. That's kind of what Hereditary is. Okay. That's, like, it's like, okay, certain kind of creepy things kind of happen throughout, like, but it's like, think about this woman, her trauma and all this shit, and then, like, her kids and all, how it affected her kids and family and so on. And then at the very end, it just goes, what the kind of thing. Like, the mom at the end, like, that gave me nightmares for like a week. Well, not nightmares, but like, it is the kind of bit where I'm sitting in bed and I'm just like, I imagine it floating, the headless body of this floating woman, like, floating into my room, and I'm just like, yeah, no, like, I don't, like, that's the thing about me, like, if there's a horror movie that's like very like, cause here's the thing, like, you said, this is gonna give you nightmares. This won't give me nightmares. I'll be pissed because I'll wake up thinking, oh God, I just dreamt about fucking
women privates.
Not woman privates. The birthing of this shit over and over again. Like, I'm gonna be mad waking up to that. This, like, that, like, the supernatural more or less would scare me more. Especially that I don't know, something about that headless thing. Some people watch that, they laugh, like, and I'm pretty sure, like, kind of how I laughed at the birthing scenes at the end of this.
Mm.
Some people laughed at the headless thing. For me, that was the most creepiest ass thing there is, because it's just like, I think it's just like music playing. You just see the bodies like float this way and then just float upward. It's very fucking creepy to me. Like, it's just like how unnaturally, like, unnatural for a body to be floating headless, but unnatural for how the body kind of just floats this way and it just floats like upwards. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that scared me out of anything else.
Okay.
This is just like, I'm flabbergasted. I am confused at what I'm looking at, and by the fourth time I'm laughing because I don't know what other reaction I can give, because I'm not scared, but I'm also just like, what are you doing, movie? Are you, at the end, did you just say, we built up all this tension, time to shit it all away, and just, like, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Do you get,
I got you.
Yeah, because I was, it was funny too, because like, I don't want to, we had like the one black guy in our theater. He was probably the only other guy darker than me. And he was talking or laughing throughout. I was like, what the hell,
what
man?
the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, like
We
he's
had
the,
that guy there.
yeah, he's the guy who saw the trailer for, what is it? The Keegan, the Jordan Peele movie?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, no, he's that guy. And mind you, I'm also a person who was talking to this movie, but I was more whispering.
Yeah, you were like leaning in.
I was whispering, or I would lean in when I wanted to tell you a stupid comment I had about this movie, because this is definitely a movie where go watch it with your family, because it'll.
Maybe without the kids.
Okay, yes. Let me rephrase that. Go watch it with your parents.
Or friends.
Go watch it with friends. Yeah, because this is a movie you guys.
Strangers.
This is a movie you're gonna watch and have comments about
You're gonna look at
throughout
each other.
of it. No, yeah, because like I legitimately like Doctor Strange. Sometimes I feel bad because like, okay, I missed a plot line or something like that. This I really didn't feel bad about, because I feel like you and I both had questions and we both wanted to make comments about. Like, this is a movie that I wish like we could have put a camera right behind us with microphones hearing us talk while we watch this movie, because I just had so many jokes and comments like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this is definitely a movie where like having a reaction to it would be so amazing
And entertaining.
Yeah, it would be amazing and entertaining. Like, I legitimately, did this movie come out today?
Comes out tomorrow. Well, depending on when this video goes up. It comes out May 20th.
Because I watch the Cinema Snob, and like he's the reason why I kind of like doing these movie reviews. So like he does them. God, I wish he watched it with like, I hope he watched it with somebody, or if he did it so he can explain it to somebody, because I want to watch him explain this movie to somebody, because he is legitimately funny. He's a grade A smart ass.
Okay.
He is like, I say watch some of his videos, especially the ones where like, where he gets mad, or he has friends with him that gets mad. The ones that his friends get mad, because he is legitimately really funny, and I want to see what his reaction is to this movie, because this is a movie. Because there's usually like two types of movies. There's audience pleasers, so like, you know, like Venom. That is an audience pleaser. I enjoy the shit out of that movie. That's right.
Carnage.
Those are probably my favorite superhero movies.
Carnage is definitely an audience.
Yeah, those are probably my super favorite movies next to The Amazing Spider-Man, which are also, I think, people pleasers. Critic-wise, they're not that good for them. Then there are critic movies like Hereditary, where it's like, oh, you know, like there's so many themes, or like
shit. That got good with critics.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they did really good with the critics, but the audience, I'm pretty sure.
Seems to be.
This is definitely a critic movie, but this is a movie where an audience will probably go see it, and again, just like you and me, be completely flabbergasted by whatever the hell we just saw. So I don't know. Like, this is okay, this comes out tomorrow?
Yeah, or May 20th.
May 20th. This comes out May 20th. This was already in the back of the theater in one of the smallest rooms. So you know this is a movie that's not like,
But I think the theater was almost full, wasn't it? Like
maybe like 1/3. Like, because there was
a lot more people than
there was where you and I were sitting.
Yeah,
there was where this guy was sitting, which I don't know if he really. I think he walked into this movie just because. Because here's the thing: if you're sitting where we sit, which is like the third to front row.
Yeah, we like to sit.
Yeah, third to front row, especially Dobie. Do that with Dobie; it's freaking great. Third to front row, all the way at the corner. You probably just walked into this movie and thought, "Hey, these corner things, no one's ever going to sit here. I can just sit here and watch the movie."
So he's probably one of those people who saw a movie and then doesn't have anything else to do.
So he just walked into another movie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he was.
Okay.
He probably sat there, and then like behind us, I want to say the first 2 rows had people in them. Like, and then the handicap spot, which I'm pretty sure was other people who just walked into a random ass. They're like, "This movie's on, let's go see it." And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, and I'm pretty sure they watched this movie and they're like, "What did I just come in to watch?" Yeah, this was just a movie.
It's definitely.
Are you gonna buy
interesting.
It? Are you gonna get it on?
Maybe I might get it on.
This is a movie I want to get. So I can
see if there's like a director's cut. Or
see, here's the thing. You've never seen Dark Waters.
Why does this sound familiar?
That's
the
one
with the apartments. There's like a leak upstairs.
No. Dark Waters is the one.
Oh, is that the one with the sharks?
No. Dark Waters is the one where it's the creature of Black Lagoon, where the creature of Black Lagoon falls in love with a lady. And the lady bangs him.
Oh, yeah, that Benicio del Toro movie?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, I've never seen it.
Yes.
You saw it?
Well, hold on. I did see it, but let me set this up first. The Cinema Snob, the same guy, he said this was a good movie. He's a critic. So I'm like, okay. But the thing is, he's a critic where I'll watch his reviews, or if he says this is a good movie, I know it's a movie that I'm probably gonna like.
Okay.
Him and me, I feel we have similar tastes on certain movies. There's some movies we don't agree with, but I feel like me and him have a similar taste with movies.
Okay.
So when he said like Dark Water was a good movie, I'm like, okay, cool. So my birthday rolls around. Mother asked me, "What movie do you want to go see?" I said, "Dark Waters. I heard it was a good movie. It's rated R." We took Mariah and Jazzy.
Wow.
It was not. My sisters. It was. It was like I'm sitting there like, well, shit. I probably shouldn't have said this movie. It's a good movie. It's not a movie you should probably take your family to go see. But that being said, this is a movie I would definitely take them to go see just because of how messed up it is at the end. I would take them to go see this blind. I would not tell them anything about it. Tell them to go see it because I would just want to look at them for the last 30 seconds and be like, what do you think is going to happen next? Because I doubt you're going to figure it out. How do you think this is going to end? Because God knows you're not going to know what it is.
I don't even think we knew what it was.
No, we don't.
But I'm glad we went to go see it.
No, yeah, I'm happy we went to go see it. Like there's other movies that they showed. Like they showed like Nope, which that was a movie I was already gonna go see.
Yeah.
But when they showed like the one with Chris Pines.
Oh yeah, that Don't Worry, Darling or something like
that. Yeah. When they showed the one with Chris Pines, I was like, I want to go see that.
Florence Pugh is in that one.
That seems like a similar movie to this.
She's the one from Midsommar.
Yeah, that seems like a similar movie to this. And there's a lot of actors in that one too. The one where they eat the foods or whatever.
Yeah, they eat people. I don't know what that
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like they eat like, oh yes, this is from the sea, this is from the forest, this is from humans. I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna end.
Yeah.
I want to see that one because that seems like a similar movie to this, and I want to see the one where it's like The Hills Have Eyes meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wasn't it that one?
No. The one where it's the guy and the girl, the cop says, you're gonna go through dead cell zone.
That was the one where they eat people.
Oh, I was talking about the one where it's the rich people in the restaurant. Remember they're all eating like, oh, this is food from the sea, this is food from this.
Oh yeah, Menu.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one's straight like, okay, you're right. The other one did have eating too.
Mm-hmm.
But like that one where I'm like, okay, that's gonna end with them like being like freaking eaten or something like that. Or like hunted.
It had Voldemort.
Yes, it had Voldemort. It
And
had.
the Beast.
Well, I know him from Jack and the Beanstalk,
Oh yeah, well he's the Beast.
and Warm Bodies.
Mm-hmm. And then the chick, she's from the Northman,
I haven't seen the.
and she was also in The Witch.
Okay, hold on a minute. The Witch or the Vavitch?
The one I think we went to go see that one too, and they had the goat.
Okay,
It was
the
like
Vavitch.
an olden time.
The Vavitch.
I thought it was called The Witch.
It is called The Witch, but I call it the Vavitch because when you see the title, it's the W is like 2 V's. But yeah, like the. Oh, wait, what is. Hold on a minute, because over the fireplace there was like a thing. Hold on.
Or like MX13.
MM13. M in Roman numerals.
Wouldn't it be M?
1,000.
So 1013.
What, it was 2M, so it would be 2,000?
2013 maybe?
I guess. All I know is go see this movie.
Definitely. Don't see the trailers if you can't.
No, we pretty much spoiled everything, but go see this movie with people blind
Mm-hmm.
because it will be an experience. They will look at you and be like, why did you take me to this? And be like, did you not see what just happened on screen? Because it is that kind of movie where it's an experience that you're just like, what?
It's a movie that you want to experience with people around you that you love.
So they could question that love. This was amazing. I love this. All right, but tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm sure videos I've done. Links are on my face because they're somewhere. Share the videos, and we will. See you later. Oh, God.
Hold on, not yet. Wait, I want to hear the huh? Oh, damn it. Damn it! Wait, I'll read you.